Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and today we are going to talk about Microsoft PowerPoint. That's right. In this video, I'll be showing you the basic interface of a Microsoft PowerPoint along with how to create a new slide, how to change its layout, and also how to add images and some shapes. Let's get started. Ready. So here I have six slides. Let's just delete this one for now. Right? So I have five slides, all of them marked with a specific number according to the slide number, right? So in this video, I'll be showing you the basic interface. As you can see on the right side, we have ribbons, slide pane, slide workspace, sorry, notes pane, status bar, and quick access toolbar. Some of them is pretty much same as we discussed in the Microsoft Word and the Microsoft Excel, and some of them are different. I'll explain later in the video. And then we will talk about how to create a slide and a layout, and then insert shapes and images, and after that, in the end, SmartArt. All right, let's get started. So in the this is the basic layout of the PowerPoint. We have our ribbons on the top: home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, view, recording, help, and of course acrobat, right? So this is the ribbons in the interface section. On the left hand side, where you see the number of the slides is called slide pane, right? This is where you can see all the slides you have in your PowerPoint, and of course you can simply click and drag to rearrange them in the way you want. And then here in the middle, we have our slide workspace. This is where we do our work. For example, in number 5, we can simply type number 5, and there we go. So we have our title and we have our content as well, right? Later in the videos, I will show you how to customize these slides, but for now, we will just talk about the interface, right? So at the very bottom, as you can see, I have a small strip here at the top. This is called a status bar, right? So status bar, you can right click and you can customize your status bar accordingly. You have view indicators of slide of 5 of 5, theme, spell check, language, accessibility checker, and all of these options, right? So here you can see on the right side we have a zoom and everything along with a slideshow option as well, right? So this is a status bar, and here underneath your slide workspace you have your notes pane. This notes pane is for the people who are presenting their PowerPoint on a projector, for example. So you will be projecting your slide from a PC, right? So the audience will see your slide, whereas your notes pane will be visible to you while you are presenting on your PC. As you can see here, if I start a slideshow, I only see number 5 and number 5. Notes pane is not visible because this is a presenter screen, right? The presentation screen. But if you have a two different screens, you will see the notes pane in your presenter screen, not in the presentation. People will see only what you want them to see. This is just a notes pane for you as a notes for that specific slide, right? So this is a notes pane at the bottom where you see ASD, right? And here on the top, the orange strip is your quick access toolbar where you have specific functions or the specific features of PowerPoint easily accessible to you. You can always right click and you can customize those. Sorry, here. If you right click here, you can customize the ribbon. You can see show access or add to quick access toolbar. If you have to add a specific feature to a quick access toolbar, just right click on that specific feature and simply add to quick access toolbar. Here, sorry, that one's a basic one provided by the Microsoft. So the new one will be here, right? So you can simply, let's say, for example, we add the bold as well. Here you can see. So once you do click and you have all the quick access features available to you, right? So this finishes our interface section of the Microsoft PowerPoint. Now let's head on to the create slide and layouts. So for the slides, first thing you have to do is decide where you want to insert your slide. For example, I want to insert at the end. So I will be clicking on number 5, which is my last slide, and go to home. new slide. In the slide section, you have your new slide. You have two options here. First one is just a blank slide. You can simply click and it will just create a blank slide for you, right? So let's delete this one. Second option is click on the drop down menu and you have multiple layouts for you available, right? So you have a title slide, title and content, section header, to content, comparison, title only, blank, content with caption, picture with caption. So you can choose any one of them, right? Any one. Let's say, for example, we choose title only. So here in the number 6, you can see I only have option to add a title only, right? So, and if you already have a slide already made, you can also go to the layout section and you can change its layout accordingly. For example, here I have my title, I have my content. So this is actually a title slide where you have title and your content at the bottom, right? You can change it to two content where you can see you have title, you have one content and the second content available for you. You can always reset it to the default one. Uh, Oh yeah, of course. And then we have a section. If you have to add a section in your presentation, for example, if I add a section here, let's say thank you, right? Now, let's rename it one more time and we click rename. So we have our thank you section here. This actually gives you a more control over how to categorize your PowerPoint presentation. For example, I add here saying data, and then up here we have a default section. We can change it to intro. So if someone is watching your PowerPoint presentation, they can simply know which slides are a part of the ending of your presentation, which slides are part of your main data, and which slides are your intro, right? So they can simply view those specific slides by simply clicking them, right? So this is how you add your sections so you can easily categorize your slides, right? Now this finishes our add a new slide and change the slide layout, right? So let me show you one more time about the layout. If you already have a layout on your slide, let's say you have your title. I'm just going to delete so you can easily see here. Click to add title and click to add subtitle. As you can see in the layout section, this is the layout we have. If we change, as you can see, we have our title, add text, and this is where our content is. This is the option that you use to already to change the layout of a already existing slide, right? And of course, if you have a PowerPoint presentation already made in a different PowerPoint presentation file, you can always reuse the slides as well. Click on the drop down menu and reuse slides. Here you have an option to browse. Once you browse it, you will have an option to choose the slide, which slide you want to insert, and you will be able to insert that specific slide into your this PowerPoint presentation from a different file, right? And the next one comes is insert images and shapes. So for the images and the shapes, it's the same thing as we did in the Microsoft Word and the Excel as well. So click on insert and pictures. Of course, you have from your options from this device, stock images, online pictures, right? So once you click this device, you will see your own PC and you can always choose from this, right? And then we have shapes. Shapes are same as well. Let's say we choose an arrow, and once you choose, you will see your cursor changes to plus. You can always draw it, and there we go. We have our shape inserted for us, right? Once you start your PowerPoint presentation, right? So let's go here. I'm just gonna reset this one because I changed the timing. I will change it to mouse click, apply to all. Now let's start a slideshow. Click on the slideshow and from beginning. As you can see, I have my first slide 1, and 2 we emptied it, 3, 4 with the shape that we just inserted, 5 and 6 which is a blank one, and then the end. All the slides that we have, they are based on the click. And of course, if you go to your transitions, you can always choose in the advanced slide that after 1 second your slide changes automatically. Once you do that, click apply to all, and once you start your slideshow from beginning, I don't have to click, it changes automatically after 1 second, right? Now, so this finishes our insert shapes and images section. Now the last one but not the least is the smart art. Smart art gives you a little more control over your data, right? For example, that you having a hierarchy or a specific data that you want to show. In the last couple of videos, we talked about in Microsoft Excel how to use the pie charts, column charts, and all those, right? So let me just show you. If you click insert and do smart art here, same with the shapes and pictures, smart art, you will have most of those options available for you. For example, if we go into a process, we have a process. It's a basic process, right? So click on it and okay. And as you can see, you already have your process available to you. For example, if I have to write how to create a slide, right? So I will be typing, actually, it will be much better if you type it here in your text pane. If for some reason your this pane does not show, right? Let's say it's crossed, right? So every time I click, it's not showing me, right? So click on your smart art, go to your slide smart art design, and the third option here is text pane. Click on it and you can see it, right? So here I will type click home, and then second one is click new slide, and then click, I would say, choose your layout, right? Once you click enter, it will add one more, right? So after choosing a layout, slide is added, right? And then start typing, right? So now these are a basic process. What if one of your point has multiple sub options? For example, your click new slide, and after that you have two options. You can create a new slide, or you can choose a layout, right? So for that, click on the one that you want and press tab button. It will actually create a sub point of that one, and it will remove it from your uh, actual flow, right? So as you can see, I have main points, click home, click new slide, slide added, and start typing. This is the basic process. As you can see here, home, new slide, and you can just simply click anyone and the slide will be added. And here I have two different options, right? For example, I just write, or just gonna delete it. Oh, don't think I can actually. Yeah. So let's just put the slash sign so you know it's actually an option, right? So create new slide or choose layout. You have two options here. You can choose whichever you prefer, and then the slide is added. You start typing. This is how you create a flow in a PowerPoint. Now, if you start a presentation, it will be shown as it is. Let me just do the on mouse click and we start. Here you go. So as you can see, the way we added it to the PowerPoint presentation, it's already added over there. So this finishes our basic interface and its basic functioning of a Microsoft PowerPoint. Hope you guys like it. Do like and subscribe the channel and follow for more. Thank you and have a wonderful week.